Hello everyone, welcome to Lockdown CISO. Today we talk about the Sino-U.S. relations at the Biden administration from 2021 to 2024, typically as a back and forth. In the presidential election of November 2020, that Biden, as a candidate of Democrats, wins 306 electoral votes, 70 million popular votes, compared to Trump's 232 electoral votes and 67 million votes. Yet Trump refused to accept his failure and called for his supporters to rally and protest at Washington, D.C. And on this January 6, 2021, hundreds of Trump's die-hard fans turned the parade into a riot and attacked U.S. Capitol. During Trump administration, the great upheavals were full of Sino-U.S. relations. After Biden being elected, people hoped China and America can back to track with less confrontations. Yet another 4 years passed, the situation between the two countries remained unstable and back and forth. The improvement and rapprochement just loomed uncertain. The two plus two the meeting at Alaska. On February 11th, 2021, Chinese New Year of Ox, Chinese and American leader Xi Jinping and Biden made a phone call to celebrate. Biden expressed his best wishes to Chinese people at the Spring Festival for Prosperity. Xi Jinping congratulated Biden for winning the election and hoped for better relations of the two countries. They also exchanged their views on bilateral relations and critical international issues, decided to hold a top official meeting and a kind of warm-up and opportunities and seemed possible. On March 18 to 19, China and America agreed to convene at Alaska. Yet just 1 day before Chinese delegate departure, American government declared a new round of sanctions to Hong Kong. The Alaska in March is still covered with snow and ice, which predicted the tough situation of this meeting. During the conversation, U.S. State Secretary Blinken said, the Sino-U.S. relations depend upon how things develop, competitive where it should be, and collaborative where it can be, adversarial where it must be, which indicated the uncertainty of Biden-China policy, the lingering among the competition, collaboration, and adversary. Chinese Representative Yang Jiechi said, "We had thought too well of you that you might follow the basic diplomatic norms, and you do not have the qualification to speak to us in terms of strength. And Chinese do not buy it." The meeting at Alaska ended in coldness and nothing improved for the two countries, only worsened and intensified. A court issue for Xinjiang. In March 2021, the H&M fashion clothing company blamed a website that in China's Xinjiang area there existed forced labor on cotton plucking and religious discrimination and genocide. So it would boycott the cotton and related garments from Xinjiang. China, as our big country for cotton textile, and its annual textile export to America exceeds over $20 billion in 2020, and its global garment export in 2020 were worthy of $320 billion. In Sino-U.S. trade war, the Trump administration had lifted sanctions to cotton and tomato from Xinjiang, and the bandwagon from H&M and other companies actually stirred up further U.S. sanctions to China. The Taiwan Policy Act. In June 2022, the U.S. Senate Foreign Relations Committee drafted the Taiwan Policy Act, which stated that China had been preparing to take over Taiwan in force. There's a threat to Taiwan's security and American interests. The United States would assist in Taiwan defense, providing about $10 billion arms sales to Taiwan, and regarded Taiwan as an ally and similar as the members of NATO. The act changed the name of Taiwan Economy and Culture Agency in America as a Taiwan representative, and adopted UN 2758 resolution about the status of Taiwan. At the same time, it proposed sanctions to Chinese leaders, Chinese government, and some financial institutions. This act was approved in September 2022. Pelosi visited Taiwan. On August 2nd and 3rd, 2022, U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi suddenly visited Taiwan during her Asian itinerary and became the highest U.S. top official that visited Taiwan after Taiwan Travel Act, which severely caused setbacks of Sino-U.S. relations. China carried out some countermeasures and undertook massive military drills at several sea areas of Taiwan Strait, crossed over traditional central lines, and normalized routine patrol around Taiwan Island. U.S. CHIPS Act. U.S. Department of Commerce put forward a CHIPS Act, and it became law with approval by President Biden in August 2022. The act provided $52.7 billion subsidy and tax exemption to U.S. semiconductor enterprises to boost its development. It forbids the companies that accept the subsidy to take any cooperation or technical transfer with foreign competitors, especially with China. No branch could be established in China within 10 years. The high-tech chips such as A100 and H100 produced by NVIDIA and related lithography machines are prohibited to export to China. The Bali Summit Meeting. On November 14th, 2022, Chinese and American leaders attended the G20 Summit meeting held at Bali Island, Indonesia. Xi Jinping and Biden had a meeting. Xi Jinping said Sino-U.S. relations need to follow the proper direction and back on track. China does not seek to change current international order, nor interference of U.S. domestic affairs. No intention to challenge or replace U.S. dominance. Biden said, America respects China's system, does not seek to change it, nor seek for a new Cold War, nor boasting with allies against China, nor support to Taiwan independence. No intention of a clash with China, nor decoupling with China, no containment policy against China's economy development. Air balloon accident. On February 2nd, 2023, U.S. Defense Department declared it detected an air balloon from China invading the borders of America and Canada from Alaska. It was suspected an air balloon that collected information, or so-called spy balloon. China recognized the floating object was from China, yet it was an unmanned flying boat rather than a spying balloon. U.S. Air Forces destroyed the balloon over a coastline of South Carolina on February 1st and made examination to the debris. And soon after, U.S. Defense Department stated the balloon had not collected or transferred any information during its flight over America and had not made any substantial threat to American security. Yet this accident deteriorated Sino-U.S. relations and delayed U.S. State Secretary Blinken's visit to China. Vienna meeting. On March 10 to 11, 2023, Chinese Chief Director of Foreign Affairs Wang Yi and the U.S. National Security Advisor Sullivan had talks in Vienna Austria discussed how to remove the obstacles on mutual relations and return to track. The talk also covered topics like Asian-Pacific situation, Russo-Ukraine war, and other issues concerned. The talk was regarded as candid, deeper, and substantial, and constructive. Both sides and agreed to keep this door open for key issues and make mutual relations improve further. After the meeting, China and America resumed top official exchanges. U.S. cabinet members such as Finance Secretary Yellen, Commerce Secretary Raimondo, Senate Democrats leader Chuck Schumer, State Secretary Blinken, and California Governor Gavin Newsom, and former Microsoft CEO Bill Gates and former State Secretary Henry Kissinger all visited China. And Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi visited America and paved the way for a summit meeting of Xi Jinping and Biden at San Francisco. That's on November 14th to 17th, 2023. By invitation of President Biden, Chinese President Xi Jinping visited San Francisco for Sino-U.S. summit meeting and attended APEC 30's informal leader conference. During the meeting, Chinese leader Xi said it is unfit for decoupling between the two big powers like China and America, impractical to change the views of the other side, and perilous for Sino-U.S. confrontations and clash. China put forward San Francisco vision for better bilateral relations, which means joint proper recognition, joint effective control of disputes, a joint promotion of mutual cooperation, the joint big power accountability, and joint exchange of culture. President Biden reiterated U.S.-China policy and how to avoid the vulnerability of Sino-U.S. clash. Stable and developing China conform to the interests of America and the world. This meeting achieved substantial accomplishment, including talks between top military officials, government dialogues about AI, and cooperation on anti-drug and climate change, and increase more direct airline flights between two countries, etc. Sino-U.S. Foreign Diplomacy 45th Anniversary. January 1st, 2024, the 45th anniversary of Sino-U.S. diplomacy establishment. And the leaders of both countries exchanged their best wishes in correspondence. Xi Jinping said, Sino-U.S. relations got through tough times and moved forward, and mutual efforts still needed. Biden said, since foreign relations established in 1979, the cooperation between China and America had promoted the prosperity and opportunity for two countries and for the world. He would like to continue further development based on what had been accomplished. Sino-U.S. relations and the Biden administration improved better compared to that of a Trump administration. At least mutual talks and exchange increased, though unstable back and forth. This year, 2024, new presidential election, no matter Trump's triumph, return, or Biden's successful re-election, the result will surely tremendously impact our mutual relations on China and America. Sincerely hope Sino-U.S. back and forth will eventually merge into the right and promising track. Here comes the end of today's program, and thank you for your watching, and see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.